break each and every one of my opponents, and I will break him as well.
Oh! Kamaru Usman! Tyron Woodley's landing bombs! Woodley remains the welterweight champ!
Kamaru Usman.
Are you still disappointed you're not fighting Covington, or is it the focus entirely switched on to Kamaru?
Definitely the focus is on Usman. You know, you can't have an opponent that's worthy to fight. You're thinking about somebody else. You know, everybody got to get it at some point. They just shifted the order.
Young man, congratulations. You made it here. You know, you get to be up here with your favorite fighters. You know, maybe after this, we can all sign something for you so you can take home to your family, okay? And on March 2nd, I will be the new welterweight champion.
I highly
and
doubt
so at that point, you can come talk to me. But right now, focus on that man over there, all right?
If somehow Tyron slips on a banana peel or something, then I'll be calling your name.
You know what I always say, man? You know, I have a biggest shovel out here. When it comes down to digging deep, can't nobody dig as hard as I can dig. So you know what, T. Wood? I want you to bring your best game.
Who have you dug against?
Anybody could put their head down, throw a haymaker, and pray, hope it land.
What?
Easy.
Well, it's kind of crazy. I got
that right hand.
I'm top 3 for the most knockdowns in welterweight history.
Hey, the punch that supposedly
how many
dropped
people have you knocked out in your career?
Really last.
You talking back to your mentor right now?
Hey, it don't matter. You could feel like a big brother all you want, but at some point, big brother got to get their ass whooped too.
You want to be so cool. You want to sound like LL Cool J. You don't even believe it yourself.
I don't believe it.
You don't even believe it yourself.
You believe it though. Hey, you believe it.
If we get in the octagon and I can throw no punches, no knees, no takedowns, no submission, I would kick your ass and just wrestle, flat out. When it come down to striking, I would knock you out, flat out. When it come down to grappling, I would break your arm, flat out.
You've been a good champion.
Oh my God.
You've been a good champion, T.
Here come LL Cool J.
You've been a good champion, T. Thank you, T.
You know what
You've been a good champion.
Let me get my chapter.
You've been a good champion. You know what? This is one thing. This is one thing I want to tell everybody.
You've been a good champion.
You know what?
I do this.
Okay.
And I've been doing this before it was legal. I've been doing this in the streets my whole life. What fight?
You didn't watch Sergio Moraes?
What fight? Who was that? What?
Oh, who was that?
What?
Who was that?
Are you doing that against the greats?
Well, listen to me.
Are you doing that against the greats, though?
Get ready, I'm a problem. One, he's relentless. You get up, he's going to put you back down.
At UFC 235 in Las Vegas, Usman will attempt to do what no man has ever done before.
I've beaten so many Division II national champions. I've beaten so many Division I national champions, world team members, Olympians.
Oh, he tagged him!
Woodley's wrestling background translated to thunderous knockout ability.
He really understands everything about fighting. Tyron's been intelligent enough to kind of figure out what he does well and how it's going to work against different styles.
And then he counters with that pullback right hand.
Oh! He's knocked out for Woodley! Till covering up!
Look out, he's looking for a dart.
Darren Till not the tap in tight. There's the tap! Whoa! Tyron Woodley remains the welterweight champ!
Huge fan, brother, huge fan.
From movie sets to music studios.
I live a chaotic life.
We're at High Five Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I can see that he's looking at like every angle to make it the best song possible.
Isn't it kind of weird how that's like a bridge/verse?
Back in sunny South Florida, Woodley's March 2nd opponent, Kamaru Usman, continues fight life with teammates.
He used to come in the gym with a singlet on sparring days. Singlet on sparring
froggy, I'll still do it. And we were a crazy bunch. We got our ambassador right here of that time and era about to do his thing.
I can knock you out if I want. I can take you down and beat you up all night if I want to. Whatever Woodley gives me, I'm gonna take.
Hooft breeds confidence in Usman for the title bout with a seasoned champion.
If they told him that he's ready, he can beat me, they've prepared him to fail, because he's gonna walk out there and he's gonna get up.
Oh my
goodness.
I'm always trying to knock him out. I'm always trying to go for submissions.
Tyron Woodley made a statement.
Woodley and Usman put words into action at UFC 235 in Las Vegas.
When you immigrate here, you immigrate for a better life and a better situation. Initially, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a doctor. And wrestling didn't come along until high school. And 2 years into that, you know what? I'm gonna win a national title. And I did. Next thing you know, I'm training for the Olympics. And then it kind of boiled over into MMA, and I've just been on the roller coaster.
Oh! He's relentless. You get up, he's gonna put you back down.
I think Woodley's a very well-rounded fighter, a good fighter. He's been a great champion. But it's time to pass the torch. He said that I was a version of him 5 years ago. I think that's false. When it comes down to digging deep, no one's gonna work harder than me. No one's gonna outpace me, outwork me. I can dig deeper than anybody because my shovel is bigger than everybody.
We are ready to knock out another interview. They're taking bets on how long I could keep my energy up and grind through these interviews, but I tell him, man, I go all day. How often do you see him kick, or have you ever seen him throw a head kick? It's gonna be, I'm gonna back up, back up, back up. If you make me scared, I'm gonna throw this haymaker at you. You know, like, that's what he's banking on. Woo! New York, New York!
As far as finding a weakness, when you look at Woodley, did you see any holes there?
We've seen his heart tested it, and we've seen him break. So I'm going in, I'm gonna push those buttons. And right now, I don't think anybody does that better than I do.
How long have you guys been training together?
It was either we could just run away and try to pick easy partners to train and wrestle with, but we decided to wrestle each other every day because I feel like we, sharpened each other.
Tyron, you've had a few exchanges with Usman, and now he's saying that you're not focusing on this fight, too many other things going around. What's your reaction when you hear a fighter say that?
Because you're going to get his ass whipped on Saturday thinking that. He says a lot of stuff, and sometimes when people talk too much, they're trying to reassure themselves. I've done it, and I'm not going to stop doing it, and he just has not shown me that he provides the recipe or the cure to beating me that everybody else supposedly had.
Finally here, now it's starting to feel a little real. It's starting to feel like it's time to go. So, who you got? Oh, you waiting on Robin? Who you waiting on? You waiting on me? Now it's officially work time. Game face is on. We got a title to go get, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of your entire Dallas-Fort Worth-based flight, we would like to welcome you to Las Vegas.
Man, it's real now. When you land in Vegas, it's real. So hopefully media leave me the hell alone and talk to Usman. Let him get all pumped up and try to convince the world like he's trying to convince himself that he's gonna win. And I'm gonna just be sleeping and cutting weight.
Tell you what, may the Father fill you right with this joy right now, this energy. Yes, sir.
Got some go energy on me?
I feel good, it's another young fighter that's coming after the throne. Everyone think they have the Rubik's Cube figured out, and when they lock the octagon, everybody gets a different idea of what it's like to fight me. So, yeah, because you've been a champ for a long time, and I got this shovel, and it don't even make sense. You don't believe it yourself, and I just had to put the brakes on it.
You don't even believe that yourself.
If I was Usman, I would look at Darren Till. Darren Till talked all talk mad, and he just knew it. And I was the old line, and they was paying me out to be washed up and all this other stuff.
There's the tap! Tyron Woodley remains the welterweight champ!
My game plan is to go out there and compete against myself, compete against what Tyron knows he's capable of, and constantly press that bar up. It's not about opponents anymore, because none of these guys got nothing for me.
Here's your food for the day.
breakfast, lunch, dinner, all in there.
What is this? If you're...
Chicken salad.
Ooh. If you're...
Chicken breast.
All right, people.
I first started working with Usman back in 2009. I was making my own team, so I was like, you know, I need some good wrestler. So I brought him out to train, and then he lived with me for years until he made it on his own.
The parallels between me and Tyron and then Robbie and Marty, who we're both fighting, is perfect. Marty's only chance of winning is to wrestle him, right? Which is, you know, that's kind of the look and the pressure that I'm giving Tyron.
The home workouts were great. It's all part of the show. You know, I've been doing this for a while now, and I've got the hang of it. I thought it was like a bum, you know, like I saw like the trucker hat. So I swear to God, I was like, I looked over, I'm like, oh, they let a bum in here, and like he's had, cause it looked like the little toy blowhorns or whatever.
And we just flow, have fun, get the fans a little bit of a show, and that was pretty much it.
Look, nothing's an accident. Cultural significance here.
Yeah, which way?
He's the type of guy that I would have beat the shit out of in college. And it was nothing that I loved more, even wrestling in college, than going in there and being able to shut up guys like that. You can't run from it now. The fight's here.
I just got to go out there once again and do exactly what I'm capable of. He has to do more. He has to do something spectacular to beat me. I just have to be myself.
Welterweight champ Tyron Woodley and Ben Askren.
The only thing I care about is the belt. Being a champion, being at the top of the sport, the pinnacle of it. My moment right now, that's the only thing that I care about. All I want is that title. And Tyron's in my way, and on Saturday night, I have to run right through him in order to get that belt.
Woodley's landing bombs! They got a tap! Tyron Woodley!
You are undoubtedly one of the greatest welterweights of all time.
You know what? I'm gonna put it all to rest right here. When I come in, I'm coming for the top.
What you gonna do? March 2nd, you gonna hear.
How you gonna beat me?
I'm gonna be world champion.
Kamaru Usman! He is undefeated in the octagon, and he's hungry to shut this man down. UFC fans, we'd like to welcome you to the weigh-in. Here is Joe Rogan.
What's happening, my friends? Welcome to the weigh-ins.
The path to welterweight gold still goes to Missouri.
I'm extremely confident, extremely prepared.
He made a statement. He dropped him out cold.
170s? Get ready, I'm a problem.
You talking back to your mentor right now.
Don't matter.
Everybody that said that before, they ate the canvas.
Big shot! It's all over!
He wants to finish what fight? How many fights has he finished in his life?
Kamaru Usman! Official weight 169 for the challenger! Official weight 170 for the champion!
Man, you know, I put so much work into this, and as I've said before, he's not willing to go where I'm willing to go in order to be the champion. Tomorrow night and noon.
You can say whatever you want, but it's always different when they're across the octagon. So I'm going out there to defend my title. I'm going to destroy Kamaru Usman. I'm going to put it on him so bad. And that shovel that he's never used against any top guys you watch me knock out on this video, he'll put that baby away.
Feeling great. You know, after that weight cut, I'm starting to come alive now, hydrated again. So everything feels good. He said a little comment, tried to be a little slick, but I know that's because he knows what's about to happen.
If he comes after me in the beginning of the fight, we will not have to use that water bottle that's in our bin. I promise you that. So if he wants to come out and prove a point, everybody that's done it against me has been knocked out.
What's up, man?
Is there a ton of people in there?
There's a handful.
Handful?
Champion. That's good.
We did not even throw it.
I just touched down. I just touched down. So I had to answer. How you feel?
Don't tell us like a chief. We go tip 2 belts like this.
$169. I appreciate it. $170.
Wait a minute, give me 5 seconds. 5.
Tyron Woodley! Left him out of here! Official weight 170 for the champion!
In the co-headliner, the UFC Welterweight Championship bouts, the Chosen One and the Nigerian Nightmare, a champion who won't be intimidated.
Well, yes, the wait ends right here, right now.
Yeah, Tyron Woodley is the guy that I've been fighting with for so long. Since the beginning, I've been watching him.
But if the UFC was a video game, he is at the moment in the game where you face the big boss.
And if that is his fate, Kamaru Usman will leave as the first African UFC champion that the Octagon has ever seen. He's 36 years old, but he's getting better. He feels like his sparring was never as good as it was. Tyron Woodley will be 37 next month. Kamaru Usman is 31. Joe mentioned the size discrepancy. Kamaru Usman, the taller man by 3 inches. He will have a 2-inch edge in reach.
The Nigerian Nightmare, Usman! Tyron, the Chosen One, Woodley!
Keep yourself protected. When I say stop, you stop. If you want to touch, do it now. Let's do it.
Got to hold a single.
Straight to a guillotine attempt in Woodley.
Oh, he doesn't have guard. He doesn't have guard.
He's on the wrong side.
Big right hand by Usman. Nice knee to the body again.
The former UFC interim welterweight champion, Colby Covington, most popular guy in the building, Joe.
Usman's making the right game plan, staying high on the numbers, staying high on the offense.
Oh!
Big
He
elbow
hit
lands.
Tyron with a big elbow. This is just a shockingly good performance by Kamaru Usman so far. Digging with that right hand of the body. I mean, he's working so hard on that. Look at that, constantly digging.
Now we're seeing Usman slide a little bit farther towards the right hand of Woodley. He's not staying as far on the weak side. There it is. That's what I'm saying.
You gonna let this motherfucker do this to you? You gonna let him back you up? Come on, man. We don't work too hard for this.
And he's shifting to the weak side. He walked away.
Big uppercut.
That guy was
he's hurt.
2 more.
He's hurt.
Big combo.
He's looking to finish it here. Woodley's trying to get his respect back, but he can't. They're both hurting.
Trying to dump Woodley here and goes.
I mean, everything about this performance is impressive.
I agree.
He's won every single round.
Pretty much every minute.
Yeah.
Keeping the high offense and out grappling, out wrestling, out striking, and beating Tyron Woodley.
That's it. We got a new champ, folks.
Usman with a nasty left elbow cuts Woodley. Huge takedown using his hips to get the leverage he needs and the ground and pound from the mount position. Huge slam at the end while Woodley was looking for a guillotine.
Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman!
I might not be the best pure wrestler in the world, but when it comes to mixing this shit up, I'm the fucking best welterweight on the planet right now. Joe, Not Joe. Yeah, Joe. Your name is Joe Rogan.
I'm as stunned as you.
This is one of the greatest welterweights of all time. He's defended the belt several times. You know, I had to control my emotions. I knew I could do it. I knew I was the best in the world. And I just had to keep it together, go out tonight and show that. Come from the Ultimate Fighter, become UFC champion. I just had to follow the blueprint that he set forth. And, you know, with his help, with his guidance, we did it, baby. We did it, baby. Hey, we did it.
Kamaru Usman. I mean, he dominated Tyron Woodley there. We haven't seen that from Tyron maybe ever, if not a long time.
The type of fight he fought tonight isn't always a crowd pleaser, but if you look at what he did to Tyron Woodley tonight, it was an absolute one-sided ass whooping. Oh, yeah. And, you know, great performance.
Well, actually, as Kamaru comes by, broke his foot this week. Were you aware of that?
No, I didn't know that. Yeah. He looks... he's got to make Ali stop dressing him. That's for sure.
We know what I'm capable of. I just look to rematch that and run that back, man. That was my 5th title defense. I feel like as a champion and what I've done in this organization, that the performance may not have vouched for a rematch, but I think my resume does. I've been on the other side of the stick a lot. You know, I beat a lot of people up, knocked a lot of people out, won some close fights that people may have thought they won. So I just had to make sure he knew that he got my respect and he got his proper respect for winning tonight. In fighting, you wait too long. You know, you might get the shot, but you might get some right hands, you might get a kick, you might get something else. And then I just really never got in a rhythm. And in a fight, especially one of this caliber, you know, you want to kind of set the precedence early.
You know, I'm a math guy. Okay, that's the answer. This is the formula. Now we got to work out the problems in order to be able to get there. And, you know, tonight was my night.
I'm sure you saw Colby Covington cage side. I mean, is that the right fight for you?
Can I curse up
rematch.
here?
What's that?
Can I curse up here?
Of course you can.
I want to fuck that guy up so bad. We didn't have running water. Water we get from wells. And there was a stint where I lived with my grandma. We had to walk miles to get water, bring it over to the house, and you had to boil the water because you never know what parasites were in the water. So you had to boil it. But when I get in these fights and I have to go through the ringer to prepare for them, and I know that I'm not 100% going in, winning is the most important thing, and dominating is the most important thing, and that's what we've been doing.
Kamaru Usman, new champ there, looked pretty incredible tonight. Curious what you thought of his performance this evening.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were there at the press conference. Woodley said, "What are you going to do to me? I do everything better than you do." So,
what surprised you more, Usman's performance or Woodley's performance?
Woodley. I expected Usman. I like I said, after the RDA fight, Woodley looked less than flat tonight. Woodley's so fast with his hands, and he's such a good wrestler that you know most guys can't do both with him. Usman could do both. Usman could wrestle with him, but I didn't expect Usman to go in and absolutely dominate him the entire time wherever he wanted to go. No, I didn't see that coming. It's tough to talk out. I mean, especially after a loss like that, what's next for him? The question is, what does he want to do? Tyron Woodley's made a lot of money. He's done well, so, you know, who knows? Who knows where his head's at and what he's thinking.